What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Gonna talk about Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, the self-proclaimed lineal heavyweight champion. They're looking for an opponent for the fall of 2019, and one option they're considering is Charles Martin. As you remember, man, just looking at my past videos, man, Charles Martin was one of the people that I brought up for Tyson Fury after he defeated Tom Schwartz. I said Charles Martin could be a possibility along with Gerald Big Baby Miller. That's the two opponents that I brought up, but I said Charles Martin would be I thought was the front runner to make that fight. A guy that's that's known in boxing circles, as he was the guy that I think Joshua got his first belt off of, his first major belt off of when he knocked him out in the first round back in the UK. Back in, I think, was it late 2016, early 2017. He knocked him out in the UK as Charles Martin looked terrified in that fight. As you know, going into that fight, that was really a 50-50 fight, and I was excited about that fight, man. But Charles Martin didn't show up, man. He wet the bed in that fight. But since then, man, he's won a couple of fights against some nondescript opponents, and got in there with Adam Karnowski, and that was one of the best fights of 2018. A very, very entertaining fight, man. A good fight, man. Karnowski clearly won the fight, but Charles Martin showed a great chin and a lot of heart, and those guys threw a lot of punches. For heavyweights, man, they must have combined for about 700, 800 total punches thrown in that fight, man. That's kind of rare for heavyweights, man. They put on a good fight that night. It was on the undercard of I can't remember the fight it was. It was an undercard fight, but it was a great fight, man, at the Barclays in New York, in Brooklyn, New York. As Charles Martin performed well in front of a pro Karnowski crowd, had a huge Polish crowd in attendance, man. They was cheering on Karnowski, but Charles Martin put on a good performance, man. And even though he lost, man, he gained a lot of respect from boxing fans, and basically lined himself up for other fights under PBC. And now after that performance, he was able to go fight another nondescript opponent on the undercard of Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia, and he was able to knock out a hometown guy from Dallas. He was able to no. What's that? Charles Martin? Yeah. He was able to knock out a hometown guy from Dallas. He was able to knock him out, man, and he looked impressive in that fight. And then he took another fight here recently, and I think it was last month. He won a 10-round fight as he was able to win that fight. He compared himself to LeBron James. He said he's the LeBron James of boxing. The man's delusional. Make Amir Khan look like he talking with good sense. That's how delusional that statement was, saying he wants to. I think he said he wants to be the LeBron James of boxing. He didn't say he is. He said he wants to be, which is still delusional because there's no way he's gonna be the LeBron James of boxing. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's the latest opponent that Tyson Fury is looking at, Charles Martin. And remember, I was the first person to bring this guy's name up. I got the receipts. Check my past videos. I ain't lying. Telling the truth. I ain't lying. I'm telling you, I was the first person to bring this guy up. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Just giving you that quick nugget, man. Tyson Fury is looking to fight in the fall. He's looking for an opponent. You know, the first person that reports were saying was Trevor Bryan. I don't know if negotiations, how far they got with that. Guys, he's still under consideration, as Trevor Bryan was also mentioned as far as fighting Manuel Choi in an eliminator fight for, I think, the WBA eliminator fight. So, so I don't know if he's bypassing the Tyson Fury fight. Maybe want to fight Manuel Choi. He maybe get a secondary title, maybe get an interim title or whatever, get in position to be mandatory for that WBA belt. I don't know, but I think it's a WBA regular belt. I always keep saying interim, but they got the WBA got super champions and regular champions, which makes no sense. But I think it would be for a WBA regular belt, if I'm not mistaken, if he fights some Manuel Choi. So maybe he goes that route, and now Tyson Fury is looking for another opponent. But we'll see what happens, man. But the Gypsy King is on the hunt, looking for an opponent, man. He knows that Deontay Wilder's got a match up with Luis Ortiz, and he's looking for a fight around that same time, October, November time. I think I would assume that his fight will probably be before the Deontay Wilder's next fight. I think Deontay Wilder's fighting on November the 9th. I think that's what they're looking at in Las Vegas or LA. And I think Tyson Fury is looking to fight sometime in the middle to late part of October. So it'll be close enough around the same time frame. But we'll see what happens in that regard, man. But that's what I'm hearing. Charles Martin is an option that they're looking at. He's a guy that doesn't have a lot of power, but a guy, like I said, has got a little bit of name, got a lot of heart, can take a lot of punches, but he doesn't have the power to threaten Tyson Fury, and he damn sure ain't gonna outbox Tyson Fury. You know, so I don't see, you know, I see this as an easy unanimous decision for Tyson Fury. If he can stop Charles Martin, that'll be something good, because Charles Martin outside of the AJ fight, I tacked that up to him being terrified, man. The guy was getting dropped, man, with, you know, and he was overwhelmed by the moment, man, fighting in front of that type of audience and type of crowd, fighting overseas and stuff. He just wet the bed, like I said. He hasn't shown that type of weak chin in the past, so I don't, you know, it would be impressive if Tyson Fury can, the way what Charles Martin is, the way he's fighting with the confidence he's fighting right now, it'd be a feather in Tyson Fury's cap if he can stop Charles Martin or knock him out like he did Tom Schwartz. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see if the matchups get made, or we'll see if he chooses another opponent. But again, the ESPN wants Tyson Fury's next opponent to be from the U.S., so they're trying to sell him to the USA public. And then, you know, and then right now it's slim pickings right now. So Charles Martin might be the guy that they end up getting to fight Tyson Fury. We'll see what happens. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.